Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 6, the final part of DSP versus the Internet, episode 72 for July 7th, 2024. Let's get right into more submissions to your videos and see what people have in store for us. Here we go. Oh, no. Diving fails. She had no clue how to dive at all, obviously. Snap the board. There you go. Oh, you dummy. Wait, why is he doing that? I just noticed he's in a pool. You don't do that in a pool, you idiot. Why? No, don't do... What a complete idiot. I hope you didn't need your bike, dude. Dude, what are you doing? You gotta wait for the drain. What a complete idiot. The whole point was it drains slowly, and then he does that. What a genius. You knew that was gonna happen. No, the hell! Oh, no! Oh, God!
This time, go!
Oh, God, no! Oh, my God, dude. Oh, that had to hurt so bad. That had to hurt so bad. Oh, my God, that too. Yeesh. What the fuck? That was like a frog splash. Back first. What the hell is this? Are these meant to be in water? I don't think these are meant to be in water, are they? Because how do you get up? If you fall, how do you get up? He wasn't paying any attention. He was distracted. He was completely distracted. Well, hope you didn't need that phone. Ow. That had to seriously hurt.
There's no hope for humanity.
Yeah, I'll say. I'll fucking say.
Are you alright?
Why are they all doing this? Probably broke all his bones. Oh my God, what happened? She put her face into the filter thing. Oh my God. He's gonna get caught in the net or something. Watch. No, maybe not. Oh my God, no!
That could have been way worse.
Yeah, you could have get head to head and paralyzed each other. All right, I've seen enough of this. I've seen enough of these fucking idiots. All right, let's continue.
I have been doing this for a long time, and I still do not know how to make the perfect thumbnail. Do I add the big red arrow? Maybe a big smile. Maybe I like this. Perhaps a touch of the mystère. Wait, no, of course. I'll use YouTube's ABC thumbnail tester.
Yes, they just started this.
It's twice as much work for our thumbnail artist Maria, but hey, you don't mind, right?
Actually, Linus, I'm very busy.
Great. While you get that going, I'm going to explain to the good people what exactly it is that we're up to with our little experiment.
Late last year, we were given access to a tool that allows us to upload multiple thumbnails for the same video.
Yeah, so top YouTubers got this. I just got it. Everyone just got it across the site, but they had this in beta as of late last year.
And then keep only the one that performs the best. And we've spent many hours experimenting with sometimes confusing results. I mean, at times the winner is painfully obvious, but other times it is impossible to decipher just what the heck you guys liked about the thumbnail of choice. Just like it's impossible to determine when I'm gonna segue to our sponsor. See? I gotcha. That wasn't the segue.
Bell's upgrade? Scorpion chair? Oh, I see. These are the different tests. Okay. Let's do the scorpion chair test.
Scorpion chair. We pitted a pallet of unopened boxes against the chair in all of its glory. Now, conventional clickbait wisdom might be to give away as little information as possible in hopes of enticing you with curiosity. But as you can see, the chair thumbnail won by a landslide with 69.2% of the shared watch time. And in this case, it's kind of obvious if you think about it. You see the chair, you click the chair, you stay for the chair. You see a pallet of boxes, you click a pallet of boxes, you get a weird chair. Well, see you later. It is entirely possible that the mystery boxes may have driven more clicks, maybe a lot more clicks, and they could have even resulted in more counted views. But the cold hard truth is that YouTube doesn't want to build tools that help an individual creator get lots of views. They want to build tools to increase viewer satisfaction on the platform as a whole, which is a good thing. It's just that it's really hard to do. As it turned out, the vast majority of our tests were much more evenly split.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I've noticed. So you guys know, I just got this tool about 2 weeks ago, and the very first video, it was perfect timing to test it. The perfect video was Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree Part 1, okay? Used 3 different thumbnails. One was Mesmer sitting in a throne, and it just said Elden Ring 1. One was my character posing in the new Elden Ring emote, all right? And it said Shadows of the Erdtree 1. And then the third one was my character posing, but it had this more stylized. The text was more transparent. It looked a little like sleeker. It wasn't like more set with like squares and stuff. And it was my guy posing. All 3 hit exactly equally, meaning anyone who clicked on the video clicked on it because they wanted to see my playthrough. They didn't give 2 shits about the thumbnail on the video. So if anything, what this is showing is for the common person or the common YouTuber, the thumbnail ain't a big deal. Who it is a big deal for is the big guys, because they're always trying to milk their audience for more. They have such a huge audience already that if they can milk an extra 1 million views, they get thousands and thousands of dollars. For the common person, why would I care if I get an extra 100 views on my video because of the thumbnail? I don't. But if that 100 is extrapolated to become 1,000 for a big YouTuber, they'll care because they get more money for that. Normal people won't give a shit, you know? Like, look at this. Maybe a 10% differential, even that isn't a big deal. So essentially, this is only for big giant YouTubers to make a little bit of extra dough. Most people don't give a crap, right? At least from my take, I don't see the point, right? Look at these. Look at that. They're all about the same percent. Yeah, they're all the same percent. So what is going on? Conclusion. Let's say here's conclusion.
But not mislead or add anything unnecessary. Just never hurts to have a refresher course. So the TLDR for our whole experiment boils down to a few key points. Number 1, our core audience doesn't seem to care that much about the thumbnail. In our first round of tests, the watch time share was pretty close to 50-50. So either we're so good at thumbnails that we can't make a bad one if we try, or more likely, our loyal subscribers know they want to watch LTT, and if they click the video, they're going to watch a decent amount of it, whether my mouth is open or closed, or I'm happy or sad or deranged or whatever. Point number 2, for those outside of our core audience, like the people being served our video on the YouTube homepage, thanks to the almighty algorithm. Praise the algorithm. Praise the algorithm. For those folks, clarity is king. They don't want to gamble on whether they're gonna like what they're about to watch. And if they can't tell what's gonna happen, or if they get 10, 20 seconds into the video and they feel misled, the odds of them sticking around are pretty low. Point number 3. At the end of the day, it's all just packaging. It's important, but it's not that important. You can think of the thumbnail and title of a video kind of like a candy wrapper. I mean, it's one thing to get somebody to buy your chocolate bar because it has shiny packaging, but it is something else entirely to keep them coming back for more or recommending your candy to their friends. And of course, all of this needs to be taken as preliminary results. While this ABC thumbnail tester is good, and we are going to continue to use it, it could be better because currently it doesn't tell us some pretty important stuff. Like it doesn't tell us if anyone was served either thumbnail and didn't click at all. It doesn't break the numbers down by subscriber versus new viewer, and it's limited to just 3 images. I mean, imagine how much more we could learn if we could upload, say, 10 thumbnails at a time, or if we could manually choose a specific thumbnail or set of thumbnails for the core audience and then something totally different for new viewers.
You know, also one thing that I was thinking that no one's thought of yet is with this new tester, let's say you make 3 thumbnails, but they're all completely different. They don't even look the same. Someone might be fooled into clicking the same video twice because they think it's a new video or a different video, because the first time they watched it, it showed them one thumbnail, but then they showed another thumbnail the second time. You're like, oh, it's different. You click on it. If it's the same video, the person's going to be like, oh, I'm not going to watch this again, and they're going to close it. So that's going to kill the click-through rate of that thumbnail, even though it's not really correct. It's because they saw the same video twice. So I don't even know if this would really work in its current form, because it might just be deceptive to see different thumbnails for the same videos. I did notice that there was a couple videos in my YouTube feed for DSPReacts here that looked completely different because the thumbnail was different. So I would click on different ones. I'm like, wait, it's the same video. I didn't know that. So anyway, yeah. So for me, sadly, didn't really get anything out of it when I tried it. I might continue to do it in the future. It really depends on if my editors feel like making multiple thumbnails to test, but it didn't really affect anything at all, so I don't see the point. Being that this is the final part and we have about 15-20 minutes left, I think I would like to select a couple videos to watch since this is the end. Let's see. What would I want to watch that we didn't see yet? Out of all of these, if I had more time, I would watch some longer videos, but because we don't have a lot of time, I feel like we need to kind of just select a few shorter ones. Now, I don't want to watch microwave tinfoil. I know it goes up in flames. What is a content farm? I don't even know what this means. Let's see what some of this is. I don't even know what a content farm is.
There is so much content nowadays that just needs to be left in the drafts. Recently, there's been a lot of people talking about content farms on YouTube, and now I haven't been aware of this new incoming play.
This is a video essay. There's so many video essays on YouTube. Maybe there should stop being content farms for video essays. Anyway.
Of content farms until like February or March. Like, I knew of their existence, but I just didn't really know how bad it was. It's gotten to the point where we are heading into a second wave of ElsaGate. And ElsaGate is kind of where all this shit started. So basically what it was is people started using children's characters and like marketing it towards children, and they were making very inappropriate content.
I agree, the volume is insanely low. I'll make it louder. Maybe this is better. Let's see.
And I'm glad I was too old for ElsaGate, because I definitely would have fucking watched it. You know, knowing me and my dumbass tendencies as a kid, I 100% would have watched it. And thank God I didn't, because I would have turned out a lot worse.
God.
You know, I was 12 or 13 at the time when this shit was popping off. And a lot of this started because of YouTube Kids. Now, YouTube Kids was created February 15th, 2015. And obviously, people wanted to take advantage of this kids' content getting heavily promoted by YouTube. And what YouTube didn't realize at the time is that people were making inappropriate content with characters that appeared to be kid-friendly. So all of these kids were getting exposed to weird-ass content at a young age, because on the surface it looked very innocent to the parents. But these parents gotta just stop leaving their kids with the iPad and letting them watch whatever the hell they want. Like, they have to actually know what they're watching. And as parents, they should make sure that they're actually watching something that's appropriate for them. Now, I never really had access to YouTube until I was like 9 or 10 years old. This weird or disturbing content hasn't really made a wave on YouTube yet, but there were still like animations of like popular characters and like YouTube poop shit that I would fucking watch. I most definitely was subject to brain rot growing up. 100%. I mean, for God's sake, I watched Annoying Orange. I got access to YouTube in like 2000.
Annoying Orange is probably pretty much the predecessor to all current brain rot, isn't it? And for some reason, it was like super popular. I just don't get it.
2012. And at this point in time, like the guidelines weren't as strict yet. So I could have very well have seen content like this on my homepage. Now I think about it, maybe I have seen some weird ass shit and I probably just don't remember it. But kids would click on one video and then get led to the next one and the next one because YouTube has like the suggested system. So they would just see even more of these videos and the parents would have no idea what they were watching and how much of that shit they actually watched. This stuff was promoted all over YouTube Kids because YouTube thought, well, it looks fairly innocent, so they would just put it on the app, like just right on the homepage. And if a kid happens to stumble upon this type of content, that shit could do some damage, like it would scar them. Got to the point where YouTube got sued by the FTC and the whole COPPA Act was made. Everybody thought they had to delete their channels, it was over. And it was because of YouTube's garbage filters. They were showing content on the YouTube Kids app that was not meant for kids. And at this point in time, every creator thought they were cooked, but eventually YouTube came out with this thing where you mark your content as for kids or not for kids. And I mean, okay, it probably helps for the people that are honest and actually...
No, it doesn't. All that does is it protects YouTube from being sued, which is all YouTube cares about. YouTube just doesn't want to be sued. So as long as they don't get sued, they don't care if anything's actually flagged properly. So now, if there is an inappropriate video that says it is or isn't for kids, basically they're off the hook because it was the person's responsibility to label that video properly.
Mark their content correctly, but people are still going to take advantage of this. And if these kids really wanted to get on the actual YouTube app, like they could just lie about their age or just use a parent's account or something. Like the amount of incoherent sentences I see in the comments on YouTube is actually wild. And as the years went on, 2020 to present day, content farms have really only gotten worse, honestly. But nowadays, popular characters in content farms include Pomni from Digital Circus, the Giga Digga Gaga Dough Nuggets, whatever the fuck you call those.
What is that?
The characters from Skibbity Toilet, you name it, they are in these videos. And yeah, although a lot of these videos, like in nature, like they may seem very innocent, like this guy, for example, Max Design Pro. And what this content is, I mean, it's pretty much just mind-numbing and uses popular characters to get kids to click on it. I really don't want to subject you to this brain rot, but I'm sorry, I have to play it just to show you.
Okay.
What? Help me!
Like these videos are quite literally just sound effects, nothing.
That was the video. And you know, so a kid watched that, right? At least when I was a kid, they tried to show coherent stuff to children, right? Like, it was like, at least had a purpose or story or there's something. Even if it was a gag, it was a gag. Like, what the fuck was that?
Else. Like, I feel like my brain cells are just decaying and just slowly dissolving by the minute as I'm watching this content. Maybe I just need to give it another chance. I think I'm just a hater. I'm hating on Max Design Pro. Let's just give it another chance.
Okay.
This motherfucker put 4 videos on screen. How much stimulation does one little Timmy need? Like, yeah, I've seen the whole Subway Surfer thing on TikTok, but never have I seen 4 videos at once on screen. At this point, what do they even focus on? What are they looking at? You know what, maybe the videos with 1 video playing, maybe they're not so bad after all. 4 videos, I mean, shit, I've never seen anything like it. My attention span is already bad as it is. Like, I literally have like a 2-second attention span. But these kids that are like watching these shorts all day,
look at this. Oh my God.
Less than a second, probably like half a second. But guys, I guess this is it. This is the future of content. I'm just gonna have to start putting 4 screens at once just so everyone gets a severe migraine. But another channel similar to this guy is LankyBox. And now this isn't a content farm, bro. This is like a content factory. Like sometimes LankyBox pumps out like 12 videos a day. Like,
oh my God.
I mean, they have 11,000 videos across their channel. That's probably the most videos on the platform, I'd say. Usually
No, it's not. I have way more than that, but I understand what he's saying.
YouTubers like to keep their backlog up and make sure like people are returning to old content, but I don't think anybody in the world has time to watch 11,000 videos. If you were to sit down an iPad kid and say, watch LankyBox until you're done watching their entire catalog, they're gonna be a grown-ass man by the time they're done. The nature of their short-form content is pretty much the same. Characters that are popular with kids, sound effects, goofy-ass music, you get the point. But I'd argue...
Why is Digital Circus popular with kids? Isn't it an adult show? Like, we watched part of the initial trailer or whatever it was on this channel, on this show, and it seemed like it was an adult-oriented show. Why would it be a kids like that? Now I'm getting even more confused.
Their long-form content is just as bad. Like, as soon as I click on this video, I'm just bombarded with screaming, extremely fast-paced editing, bright and flashy colors, like the whole 9 yards. Never have I seen so much flashy edits in one video. They probably got their editors working overtime, bro. Like, this is insane. And LankyBox has gone so mainstream that they literally have products in Target and Walmart.
What
like,
the fuck?
The only YouTube channel that I know that has gone that mainstream is like Ryan's Toy Review and Cocomelon. I guess LankyBox is generational to the iPad babies. Another form of content that I've been seeing lately are these marble races. My biggest concern is how are these getting so many likes? Like this one, for example, they took Marceline and Mordecai and just had them sing Perfect by Ed Sheeran in like these AI generated ass voices. I'm not gonna play it since it's copyrighted. There's a bunch of people saying they make like 50K a month on TikTok. Like, is this what they're doing, bro? Is that what's happening? They got multiple content farm marble race accounts. Because there's so many of these. Juice World versus Stewie. Who the fuck is watching this? That's the most random combination I have ever seen. Am I just being a hater on these marble races? I don't know. I mean, maybe if I was like 10 or like 12, I would see the vision. I'm way too old to be sitting here wasting my hours away watching these fucking marble races. Like, my rent is not...
Who's watching marble races? I've never even heard of that before. That's the first time I've even seen one, right? Marble races. What the fuck is Skibby? What is going on? Skibby?
The entire video. These are grown-ass people, by the way. And as you can see by the like to dislike ratio, oof. Yeah, this was not received very well, bro. 41,000 likes to 24,000 dislikes. Holy shit. Are we gonna devolve as humans to the point where content is just gonna become noises? I mean, this video is pretty much 16 minutes of just noises. 1930, we will have a time travel machine in 2024. 2024, skibbity. Now, thanks to me making this video, I should have went on like an incognito account or some shit. Now my recommend is just gonna be littered with a bunch of fucking slop content. Now, people like to say that Skibbity Toilet has a good story. Now, I really don't know how true it is, because these people, I don't know, they just keep saying Skibbity over and over again. I don't know what kind of story you can get with a bunch of heads in a toilet that just say Skibbity. Like, in all honesty, you're just very limited for options. Digital footprint? Nah, this is a whole digital crater. Imagine knowing for the rest of your life that a video of you pretending to be a toilet is stuck on the internet. Your grandkids are gonna see this. Your future employer, if you ever have one. I mean, probably.
If you ever have one. Well, this is pretty sad, but I mean, this is just a symptom of parents becoming worse and worse and not caring about what their kids do, not parenting at all. It used to be the TV was the thing that was the substitute parent, right? Then it was video games. Now it's become content on the internet. YouTube, Twitch. As long as they're just fucking sitting there watching and not causing trouble, I don't care. Yeah, but this is what your kid is watching. Talking toilets, marble races. They're going to have the brain like a liquefied fucking sponge. Like, they're not going to have anything. They're not have no intelligence in that head. You just sit around drooling all day. This is what you're raising and putting out into the world. It's all on parents. It is. It's all on parents to fix this. But parents are becoming worse and worse instead of better, you know? All right, we have one last video we can watch. We already watched those at the bottom there. We don't have a lot of time. That's the problem. Like, I would like to watch some of these. Controversial songs throughout music history. We'll watch like 2 minutes of this. We can't watch
Welcome
much.
to this exploration of iconic and
Oh,
provocative
it's too
songs.
loud. Shit, it's too loud now. Sorry. It's way too loud because now I made it. There we go. I made it louder because that last video was too low.
That for positive or negative reasons have left indelible marks on society at large. In this not-so-comprehensive list, we embark on a journey through music history, dissecting the impact of controversial tracks relating to cultural norms and expectations, violence in the media, injustice, and more.
Okay, watch a little bit of this to end the
Madonna's
show.
Like a Virgin shook conservative foundations of the 1980s with its daring blend of catchy melodies and suggestive lyrics. In a cultural backdrop steeped in repressive expectations of female modesty, this song emerged as a veritable sledgehammer, challenging conventional norms surrounding female sexuality. Madonna, an unapologetic trailblazer, propelled herself into the limelight by embracing her own sexual liberation. At a time when conversations around sexual health and empowerment were muffled, her audaciousness was nothing short of revolutionary. It is
The whole Madonna thing went over my head. I was 2 years old when she hit the scene with this song. Like, I was into, like, rock and roll stuff, you know? I knew Queen, Quiet Riot, Twisted Sister. Like, that was the stuff on TV in the 80s that was rock. So that's the stuff I knew. I didn't know anything about her at all. I knew she existed, but I didn't, like, know her music or anything. And then, like, in the 90s, she got even bigger. She was in movies and shit, and I was just like, I don't get it. Like, it just went right over my head because that was a kid. That wasn't anything I was interested in, so.
Worth noting that while Like a Virgin faced fervent opposition from conservative groups, it simultaneously garnered adulation from feminists who hailed it as a subversive anthem of female empowerment. In the early 2010s,
Wow, that's literally all they could play. 3 words. That was it.
Lady Gaga's Born This Way served as a much-needed call for uplifting the LGBT community, boldly challenging barbaric paradigms surrounding gender and sexual orientation. Released during an era characterized by an upsurge in gay rights and visibility, the song certainly played a role in shaping the narrative of the movement. Lady Gaga's unwavering stance in support of this community set her apart from her mainstream contemporaries. Need I remind you that this song came out 4 years before same-sex marriage was legalized across the US. A bisexual woman herself and one of the most successful, boundary-destroying musicians of the 21st century, Gaga is a powerful force to be reckoned with, and this song's impact is massive.
I don't have anything to say about this because, I mean, yeah, it's true. It's all factually true. There's nothing really to comment on.
Going from
The weirdest thing is there's friggin' shoulder bones sticking out in the outfit she's wearing.
controversial good to controversial bad, 2013.
Yeah, this is crazy. When this song came out, apparently it was like huge and everyone loved it. And I remember like Howard Stern had this guy on. This was like the end of the era when I was listening to Howard Stern. So he had this guy on as a guest and everything. And everyone loved this song, Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke. I don't know why. I don't think there's anything special about it. I don't like it. I think it's shitty. But everyone was like so into it. And then within like a year or 2 years of this coming out, everyone's public opinion changed. And they were like, oh, this song is abusive. It's terrible. It exposes the worst of our society. It's like, dude, 2 years ago you liked it. Like, what happened? You know, society like flipped on its head all of a sudden.
Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke, T.I., and Pharrell Williams ignited fierce debates about consent and the objectification of women. In a society that was growing increasingly attuned to issues of gender equality and respect, the song's lyrics and provocative music video featuring scantily clad women elicited sharp criticism for perpetuating traditional gender roles. This controversy draws parallels to earlier songs like Baby It's Cold Outside,
Oh,
which
yeah.
also faced criticism for its portrayal of male quote-unquote persistence in pursuing women when...
Here's the difference, though. Baby It's Cold Outside is supposed to be a joke. If you actually listen to the lyrics of Baby It's Cold Outside, it's two people who actually are in love already, and they're kind of joking with each other about their love, of like he's trying to lure her to stay, You know, like she was just, what's in this drink? Like the guy dropped her a roofie. But the truth is that they're already together. It's not like this is some guy trying to seduce her. The idea is that they were already a couple and this is them playing around, right? This song actually literally is about blurred lines of what's allowed and what's not and what's, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a serious, he's not joking with the women in the song. It's actually supposed to be like he's kind of a scumbag, but that's a gender role. Is it the male, the chauvinist male trying to get with all the women, even though it's blurred lines and you know, do they really want it or not? Of course they all want it. They're all hussies, right? So it's different. You know what I mean?
Reality, that persistence is obviously crossing a line into harassment and or assault. This mentality was unfortunately on the set of the music video when Robin Thicke allegedly groped model Emily Ratajkowski, with the video's director yelling at the singer and immediately shutting down the shoot. One could also compare this to another song released in 2013, UOENO, where Rick Ross rapped about drugging and then taking home a woman with "put Molly all in her champagne, she ain't even know it."
What the
I took her
fuck?
home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it. If there's
Wow.
anything good about these songs, it's the fact that the conversation of, hey, that's really creepy and we probably shouldn't talk and act like that, became more prevalent.
And that's it. We're out of time now. But actually, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? So that song became so popular that he went on to basically be like a very sought-after celebrity for like a year. And did he not go out and I think he cheated on and divorced his wife. Basically, like, he started up a whole new life, because he wasn't known well before that song came out. And then all of a sudden when that song came out, he blew up in popularity and he changed as a person. Right? He completely changed as a person to become, oh, look at me, I'm a big shot. Divorced my wife, dumped my family. I'm going to go off because I made a ton of money on this one fucking song. I mean, you just saw, he basically was in, like, on every show, had him. He was insanely popular for like 1 year. And then after the song died in popularity, and then things like the accusations about that at music video filming, and then all of a sudden the Me Too movement began, and everyone turned against him. Basically, his life was ended. Like, now, I mean, has anyone here Robin Thicke making music today? So 10 years ago, the guy was insanely popular, making insane amounts of money for one stupid song. And his entire career, where is he now? Right? He's just sucked into oblivion. No one's even heard of him. Anyway. All right, well, guys. Very nice. DSP versus the Internet show for this week. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Seriously? Francisco says, no exaggeration, one of his last albums sold 530 copies. Nice. Anyway, well, the thing is, he made so much money on that one song, he probably never has to work ever again, which is pretty sad. So anyway, all right, guys, thank you for a great episode of DSP versus the Internet. Good variety, as always. Now, remember, if you want to be a part of the fun next week, you become a member. If you're an Ultra member, we are guaranteed to watch your video. If you're a Submissions tier member, well, you saw we got through a bunch of those, but it is random select, so you have a chance to be watched. And I appreciate everyone also who asked questions this week as super members. I will see you all next Sunday for another awesome episode of Variety. Peace out, and I will see you then.